Hello everyone and welcome back. It's been quite some time since I did 3D creation and I'm back at the Lords of Magic content. The Fire Warrior hero was next, and this is a set that I probably at some point in the far future have to rework, because I don't know, either I got rusty in the time I worked on my Yaha projects, or this was just not my project. Yeah. There is some really weird stuff going on with the Genesis 2 mail, especially when transferring clothing to it and when working with said clothing. So I have to really look into that. And the more I work with it, the more I look into finishing my own human models so that I can work with those, especially since right now I have time. I'm not working right now. I'm looking for another job. But that's not part of this content anyway. As you can see, I've worked with the Genesis 2 base model again, or with the full body suit, which I actually needed for this set, because if you switch back to the intro at the beginning, you see that the Fire Warrior has some kind of full body suit underneath his armor, and the armor reminded me a lot of a smith apron. So at first I was going for that, but apparently the model in the game has the armor around the whole body, and as such I thought about, yeah, well, how am I gonna do this, and I decided to just copy paste this from the original. If I go as far as to revisit all the Lords of Magic content and make my own models and styles without taking without trying to directly take from the originals, then I will probably give this a different spin. Yeah, as you can see, I'm working on the armor, and my first idea was actually this checker pattern, which when I finished it in a bit, I realized this looks very close to the elven mail, so I checked, and apparently I did this exact same thing for the elven mail, so I had to redo this. So I wanted to have it another look, another distinct style, so that it is visually different. And at that point I basically looked into the other picture and forgot to restart the recording. Yeah. As you can see, there's also a lot going on with the texture of this. I have to look into the texture again and refit all of this. But again, this is a project that I finished, and I'm not too happy with it. Like, I know I can do better. I just I started this way too late, and I wanted to finish this. So yeah, this is something I will probably have another go at actually later down the line when I finished all the other sets, and we'll see if I can do better than what I have here. Actually, the armor is fine. The armor is okay so far. I just have to look into the whole rest of it. The hair is very similar to the Genesis 2 female, to the Fire Sorceress hair, because it's a direct copy paste with added. I just fill the side with the same model, as you can see. The beard is the last part of this video, and this is a bit more detailed. And these are actually the parts that actually worked out. So I think I fit the original model with my adaptation quite well, but it looks kind of weird. That's mainly because whenever I increase the bulk of the model, when I give it more muscle, when I give it more defined muscles, that it starts to clip through the clothing for some reason, because the clothing doesn't adapt well enough to the actual model. And this is something I definitely have to have a look into, because this is not how I want this to work. And you can actually see clipping in the render as well at the end. Because for some reason Dev Studio decided to mess around with this. Yeah, but this is what I did. I also actually made the gloves from scratch, because the gloves I had for Genesis 2 female didn't translate properly to the Genesis 2 male model, which also is an issue I have with this. Usually I can translate stuff from A to B really easily, but in this case it just did not work for some reason. Yeah, lastly the beard. I started differently by just drawing a plane, and then I extruded the different faces of it and tried to make this into the beard by the same by the same structure that I usually do, but yeah, this didn't really work as I wanted to. It didn't really look like I wanted to look. It was still stiff, it was still chunky, and I just decided that I will do this the same way I did the dwarven beard, but just shorter, simpler, faster, if you want to say so. And yeah, well, apparently I just saw that I forgot to delete some faces, which could have led to the problem that I encountered. But as you can see, even then this looks kind of weird, kind of off, so I decided at this point I'm going to do this as I did before, with a tube, which with different sides, which I extruded in different shapes and in different magnitudes, so that I had a good base model. And yeah, this is basically what I went with, and yeah, it looks okay. It looks usable. It looks also usable in other renders. So yeah, I have a few pieces that I can work with, and a few pieces that I have to take a look into. Actually, the sword, you don't see it, but I actually also did the whole sword in a short go. Anyway, that's for the video, and for today there will be more content and regular again coming in the next weeks. I will work on the lots of magic models, and I will also work on my own human models. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you guys around.